Today on Running to Him, we must evaluate who we are in word and deed. If there are discrepancies, it is our fault and we should seek change. Today's reading is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 9 through 18, and we will be looking at chapter 10, verses 10 through 12. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 10 through 12 says, "For they say, his letters are weighty and strong. His personal presence is unimpressive, and his speech contemptible. Let such a person consider this, that what we are in word by letters when absent, such persons are we also indeed when present. For we are not bold to class or compare ourselves with some of those who commend themselves, but when they measure themselves by themselves and compare themselves with themselves, they are without understanding." Now, have we ever met a person that we've gotten to know through our writing or seen them on TV or in the movies, and that person turns out to be the exact opposite of what we expected? Do people know us one way, and then when they see us in another setting, we are not the same? This is the dilemma that Paul was facing. Many people saw him one way in his letters and another way in person. Now, I don't doubt that when Moses told God he was weak in speech, he was basing that assessment on his experience in life. But when he submitted to God, he became powerful in word and deed. When we see people on the TV or in movies, we gain a false sense of who they are. Our personality and our experiences cause the wrong opinion or perception. Then, when we meet these people we've seen, and they turn out to be different, we blame them instead of ourselves. Now, I've interacted with somewhat famous people in my lifetime, both in the religious world and in the secular world. I've only met one or two who were not the exact opposite of who I perceived them to be from their writings. My perception did not meet reality. Paul was struggling with the problem of those who, through reading his letters, pictured a person far different from reality. Paul hadn't changed. They didn't see him correctly in the first place. Now, I'm sure most of us have heard the saying, you can't judge a book by its cover. To find out how good or how bad the book is, we must dive into that book. And we can't view what's inside us without first evaluating our own biases. The author is the same person who wrote the book compared to real life. We are the ones who mess things up. Christ is the same in the scriptures and in real life. We read of the times he was gentle and the times he was forceful and direct. He is the same. Our perception is the difference. So when people say that we should be like Christ and love everyone, they are misguided. Christ did love everyone, but he was also very decisive and demanding in that the leaders follow God and not who they perceive God to be. We have the scriptures, church history with its traditions, and our experiences to evaluate who God is. If our experience does not match the scriptures or other sources, we need to consider changing our experience because it is not God who is different. Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.